Well, happy Mother's Day to everyone. I want to wish a happy Mother's Day to all of you who are mothers, to everyone who has stepped in at some time in their lives to fulfill the role of caring for and raising children. There is no more important job than this, and today is the day when we thank you. Throughout history, there have been celebrations to honor mothers and to promote the importance of motherhood. But the modern Mother's Day that we observe today began in the United States in 1908 when a woman named Anna Jarvis held a memorial for her mother in the St. Andrew's Methodist Church in Grafton, West Virginia. Her mother was Ann Jarvis. Her name was Anna. And her mother had cared for wounded soldiers years before from both sides of the American Civil War. And then after the war, her mother Ann began what she called Mother's Day work clubs, which were mothers who got together on a particular day and worked to address public health concerns that plagued so many people. She discovered in caring for those soldiers the needs of public health for so many and was working in a real grassroots way to try to make that happen. So when Anne, the mother, died in 1905, her daughter Anna wanted to continue some of the work that her mother had began. She thought one way to do that would be to set aside a day to honor all mothers, because she believed a mother is, quote, the person who has done more for you than anyone in the world. Well, I think she was right. So she held a memorial service in 1908 for her mother and used that and began campaigning for a national day to recognizing all mothers, figuring that there were others who would like to do the same. Well, at first, Congress rejected her proposal and kind of made fun, I think, of this little lady from West Virginia. But within 3 years, every state of the United States had Mother's Day celebrations. Many of them were official in each state. And so with all of these local celebrations, there was a groundswell of support that finally came back to Congress. And so in 1914, they approved, and President Woodrow Wilson signed a proclamation that made the second Sunday in May as a national holiday to support mothers. It's interesting because Anna Jarvis didn't like how that day quickly became a real commercial success, because the greeting card business, the flower businesses, other things kind of took on to this very popular thing. And Anna Jarvis didn't like the direction that it took off, but she encouraged people instead to send handwritten cards and letters because she thought those were more effective. I don't know what she would think if she were alive today. But the legacy of Anna Jarvis continues to this day because of what she did. That church in West Virginia, the St. Andrew's Methodist Church, is now a shrine to, an international shrine to Mother's Day. And of course, Mother's Day has become one of the biggest days for selling cards and flowers and gifts and doing things like that. It's also the busiest day for long-distance phone calls of the entire year. And for those who might go to church or a synagogue this weekend, it is second in attendance only to Christmas and Easter. So it's certainly become an important day in the life of our nation. But you know, it's not just about mothers. It's about the importance of having caring families in our lives. It's important for each of us to have someone who cares for us, nurtures us, and raises us up to become responsible adults. Hopefully, you and I have been blessed when we were children to have a mother, or maybe someone else, a grandmother or a father or an aunt or an uncle or a friend who helped fulfill this role in our lives. And even with our own shortcomings, may our efforts at raising children and influencing the children around us turn out to be successful, even when we're not sure how well we've done along the way. But no matter the past of whoever was there to nurture us from children into adulthood to this point in life, you and I today are responsible for our own needs. So I hope today you will also remember that we still need to be cared for and loved. We thrive when we see encouragement and support from other people. And it's up to us, you and I, to find places and people that help us live well, no matter what our age. I know we try to do many things here in Village on the Green to encourage that, to have a community that cares and nurtures and respects one another. And so it is up to us to try to make that happen. So here on Mother's Day, let me encourage you to think about and to be grateful for those who have mothered and cared for and loved you over the years. If they're still around, give them a call. Write to them if you haven't already. Make sure that you know that they know that you appreciate them. And if they are not with us, then remember them and be thankful for their lives. Consider also today what kind of positive influence that you have had on the lives of others. It's good to think back and realize that we've been part of helping care for and nurture and enrich other people's lives. And you know what we can also do? We can look for opportunities today to continue to share that caring attitude towards family, towards friends, neighbors, and young people around us. Well, I hope you have a happy and rewarding Mother's Day. God bless you. Bye-bye.